Did you saw what happened in WWE ThunderDome? Dude, it was absolutely wild. AEW invasion, Sean's View Entertainment. What do you mean TVPG? Primo, immediate ratings increase. John Cena. We also got me and Nia Jax. And that's when the screens broke. So we finally got WWE ThunderDome, and in my honest opinion, it was a lot better than expected. It basically had a lot of screens with a bunch of people and basically a large Skype call. I've just made a Skype reference in 2020. Who am I? And we didn't necessarily hear anything from these people. WWE put a lot of fake noise, for people that need to be cheered, for people that need to be booed, and just casual wrestling crowd noise. I know some people say that I sound hypocritical because I didn't really like NXT wrestlers being in the crowd because it sounded fake. But I mean, in a weird way, even though this is even more fake, it felt a bit more natural. It still didn't feel like our usual WWE television, but it felt like WWE in a movie. Just wait for Roman Reigns to return and get the biggest pop in the world. I wouldn't even mind, that would be the funniest shit ever. And props to WWE arena stage. Pyro looks absolutely stunning. Every entrance was phenomenal. Every entrance actually. But for me, the one that stood out was AJ Styles. Come on, dude. That's wow. If you didn't saw that, you need to see it. I am genuinely happy with that SmackDown. I think it was great, and props to WWE. The show kicked off in a classy way with Vince McMahon. He was about to welcome us to WWE ThunderDome, but he got interrupted by The Fiend. We got an entrance, WWE had to show you what kind of entrances we are going to get. And he was threatening Vince McMahon, Vince couldn't escape, and just as we thought he's going to attack Vince McMahon, we got Braun Strowman. Again, an amazing entrance. I don't know if Braun Strowman necessarily tried to save Mr. McMahon. It's really confusing who's a heel and who's a babyface right now. Maybe both of them are babyfaces or maybe both of them are heels. I don't even know at this point. And maybe that's good. I mean, it's not the best rivalry, but it's getting a bit better. I'm kind of excited. So then we got a bunch of Retribution members, and I actually like this. We were about to get The Fiend and Braun Strowman versus every Retribution member, but Bray Wyatt was like, bye-bye, and he disappeared. So then we got Braun Strowman versus Retribution, and then we got the WWE SmackDown roster helping Braun Strowman. So they basically got Retribution out of the ring, and then we got Braun Strowman beating the SmackDown roster. Anyway, the takeaway is that The Miz was late again, and that is very suspicious. Let me explain. Last week, or a week before that, I'm not even sure at this point, basically when John Morrison got attacked, The Miz only appeared once the attack was over, and he was like, I'm sorry, I didn't know. Right now, we got John Morrison, but we didn't get The Miz facing Retribution, so I think it's a big possibility that The Miz is either a leader of Retribution, or maybe he's a member of Retribution, or he's just a horrible friend, and that's when we are going to get The Miz versus John Morrison, because The Miz is a horrible friend. I don't even know, but it's pretty interesting. Either way, I think it was a great way to open SmackDown. A lot of questions. We got McMahon, we got The Fiend, we got Braun Strowman, we got Retribution. It was a great opening, in my opinion. Anyway, then we got Sheamus versus Biggie. So that was the first match we saw inside the Thunderdome, and WWE had a fake noise. And I gotta be honest, I don't think it was that bad, honestly. It felt like I've said, WWE in a movie or a video game in a way. But the view looks cool. It almost looks like an actual crowd. It looks very futuristic, which is kind of weird in a way. But I mean, it's better than expected, and it's the best alternative we can have right now, in my opinion. And the match was fine, but then we got a bunch of people brawling, they were actually protecting Sheamus and Biggie from Retribution, but then we got a big brawl, Sheamus got distracted, and that's when we got Biggie winning the match. I really want to see Monday Night Raw inside a Thunderdome because I don't know what it is about Monday Night Raw, but I cannot stand that show right now. The only good thing is Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton. Like, honestly, that is the best rivalry in the WWE right now. Even so, I cannot stand Raw. So hopefully inside a Thunderdome, it's gonna be a bit different. We're gonna get a reset button after SummerSlam, so whatever. SmackDown so far is good. Let's continue. We go backstage and Jeff Hardy says he got attacked by Retribution. He's not sure, but he thinks so. And that wasn't really the case. Later during the show it got revealed that AJ Styles was the one who attacked Jeff Hardy on purpose, obviously. We got SmackDown Tag Team Titles match, Lucha House Party versus Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura. Another fine match, pretty entertaining actually. In the middle of the match we got John Morrison and The Miz talking nonsense. It's a bit much for me, honestly. It's a bit too goofy, but whatever, the match was fine. But Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura won. After the match, Lucha House Party is no more? I don't know. Dude, it's hard to take Lucha House Party seriously. Mandy Rose says that she no longer wants to face Sonya Deville. She just wants to end everything, basically. And that's probably because of what happened to Sonya Deville, which is horrible. Wrestling fans are... Dude, I don't even know what to say. Get help. And later during the show, Sonya Deville said it's no longer going to be a hair versus hair match because I don't care if I'm bald or not, and I won't even feel better if you're bald as well, you know. I just want you gone from the WWE, so loser leaves. And that's probably to write Sonya Deville off television because that was a traumatizing experience. Maybe she wants a break from the WWE. I'm sure she will be back. I mean, she's good lately, especially, so I don't see why would WWE want to write her off television except for that one reason, you know. We got Bayley and Sasha Banks interview. I'm starting to appreciate the slow build between Sasha Banks and Bayley. Right now we got even more tension. Corey Graves accuses Bayley of acting like she's the stronger one, so that's why she's gonna face Asuka first at SummerSlam, as if Sasha is not capable of beating her first. We got Naomi, and this whole thing was just weird, man. I don't even know what to say. So basically we got a beat o'clock challenge, and that at first felt like a burial, like a complete Naomi burial. Who beats Naomi faster, Sasha Banks or Bayley? And it was so unrealistic, as if they got their powers taken away during these matches. They were so short and didn't make any sense. In the first match, Naomi tapped out. In the second, she lost in like 2 or over 1 minute, or even under 2 minutes. The women's champion lost just like that. It didn't make any sense, but it did achieve something. Sasha Banks is gonna face Asuka second, and even though she was acting like she's angry about Bayley losing, as you can see, she was actually very happy about that. Oh, the Great One is so excited about WWE, I cannot believe it. Of course, dude. Like, I've been watching WWE happening in a garage for, I don't know, 5 months, 4 months. Obviously, I'm excited. We got the WWE Intercontinental Championship match, Jeff Hardy versus AJ Styles. I was very hyped about this, felt like a very big match, and honestly did feel like a real main event. Finally, a big match ending SmackDown. I want to see more of this actually. And I was rooting for Jeff Hardy, but I mean, I didn't expect him to win, but I was pretty nervous about this match. Like, I would say excited. Obviously, during this match, Jeff Hardy was selling his injury. He wore a knee brace, which actually helped him win the match. Knee to the face, twist of fate, and a swanton bomb. Jeff Hardy wins the WWE Intercontinental Championship. The title looks good on him, and I'm happy Jeff Hardy is a champion again in the WWE. I'm also happy he's more than just a former addict. Come on, Jeff Hardy is more than that, and I cannot wait to see what's next. I feel like Jeff Hardy is one of these dudes who should have an open challenge. That would be really fun since we have a babyface champion. I guess we're gonna get Jeff Hardy versus Daniel Bryan. Pretty exciting. The mid-card division on SmackDown is pretty decent when you think about it. People like AJ Styles, Daniel Bryan, Jeff Hardy are in an Intercontinental Championship division, if that makes any sense. They're not facing for the World Championship. All of them won that championship, and that's good for the title and good for good television. Also, guys like Matt Riddle, I think he faced AJ Styles for the championship, so it's not that bad. I feel like SmackDown is a bit underrated. We got Firefly Funhouse. He was reenacting that Braun Strowman and Alexa Bliss scene, except it didn't go that way. You know, it was just Bray Wyatt being Bray Wyatt until he got attacked by Braun Strowman. We got a big brawl, and it was, you know, going all over backstage until we got this spot right here. So he basically destroyed Bray Wyatt, but it was the most predictable thing I've ever seen. When Bray Wyatt was taken to the hospital, I was like, just wait, the car is gonna stop, it's gonna turn red, and we're gonna get the Fiend. And I think I've already seen it, and that's why I predicted it. I called it basically. I think Kane did it. I think he did back in 2012, so it's not the first time it happened, and that was the most predictable thing I've ever seen, so that's how the show ended. Yeah, that was a decent SmackDown. Finally, it feels a bit more normal. Even if it doesn't feel normal, it feels big. I feel like that's the major difference between this SmackDown and SmackDown in a performance center. It feels really big. Pyro, a bunch of screens. Yes, it's weird, but it honestly felt pay-per-view-like. And I'm happy about that. So thank you for watching the video, The Great One. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.